Hello, Earthlings. It's time to reset your cultural dial. Coming your way next on your favorite device, from the Hoosier State to all the ships at sea, it's the Crawfordsville Peachcast. And now, here's your second or third favorite Dave from Indiana, Dave Peach. Warning, other people named Dave may also appear.
Thanks, CD. I'm Dave Peach.
I'm Dave Meyer.
This is the Crawfordsville Peachcast. Did I thank CD?
Yes, you were very prompt with it as well.
Appreciate that. Dave, are you worried where Tarleton State will be as far as their conference in the future,
Sorry,
in the
Dave.
next 5 years, in the next 5 to 10 years? Where will Tarleton State end up as far as a conference for football and basketball?
Well, Dave, a lot of people are talking about this, and by that I mean you, me, and at least a couple of folks that live in the greater areas that are
Texas.
will be affected.
They're the Texans, the Tarleton Texans, man.
They're very happy. There probably is going to be a second-tier Texas conference, probably.
Mm-hmm.
The Longhorn Conference.
This
maybe.
is the Locked On Tarleton State podcast. Make this your first podcast that you listen to when you wake up in the morning, thus being your first one. Or maybe you don't listen to a podcast for 8 hours after rising. Well, we would be happy to be the first podcast at that point, too. It's really up to you.
Dave, I feel
like, share, and subscribe. And
are their colors, or what are their colors, Dave?
I think it's purple.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, we are on Apple, iHeart, Spotify, YouTube, Podbean, and we're on
Dave,
Crawfordsville.
those are all the big names the kids go to.
You continue to interrupt me. It bugs me. I have nightmares about you interrupting me.
To no end, Dave.
We are at crawfordsvillepodcast.podbean.com. Please make us the fourth podcast that you listen to each day.
You have time.
Come on.
We all have time, Dave, don't we?
Help us out here, man. Hey, just do what I tell you, and don't crap on yourself. I wanted to say that one time in public.
That did come up at one point, didn't it, Dave?
Or I'll beat the living Christmas out of you.
Yeah, Dave. Yeah. At a certain point, I both was very tired of that character, and then I felt sorry for him,
I'm with you till the wheels come off.
Oh, yeah, he was, too. He was a loyal, not an animal, though, Dave. A lot of things like that in this.
What in the world are these two guys talking about? We are talking about, you are listening to the 1985 movie Runaway Train.
Yeah. Dave, first of all, great title, right? Runaway Train.
One word.
Okay.
One word. When you're searching for it, go one word. Runaway is one word.
And it's a great one. So it starts out, Runaway Train. I'm thinking, I kind of remember when this movie came out, but I did not see it. I remember maybe hearing about it because it did get some critical success buzz. But man, Dave, there's a lot to this movie, and it's not a short movie.
No. Thricely nominated for Academy Awards. Thricely.
Okay, and I'll say this, Dave.
Is that a word, thricely?
I think it is, but if it's not, our crack vocabulary / grammar staff will they'll pull us into one of those Thursday
Dave,
meetings.
I'm with you till the wheels come off.
Okay, till the wheels come off. Well, I just want to say, whatever you think about John Voight, Dave, I wouldn't have wanted him. I mean, I don't know what kind of amount of money. I mean, even if, let's say, stunt doubles did a lot of stuff, there was some comfort to being an actor in the movie Runaway Train, let's just say.
You better know what you're talking about.
Dave. And I mean, some pure evil. I have a theory that because later on in life, the John Voight actor who portrays Manny, right?
Yes, Manny.
He is our central character. Later on in life, he was Ray Donovan's father on a Showtime series, now I think available on the Paramount streaming network, Dave.
There's a lot of those streaming networks,
kind
David.
of evil.
I don't know. I should let you finish. I don't know.
No, Dave. John Voight does evil well, is all I'm saying. And he apparently, rosacea didn't bother him. Let's just say that.
Oh, man, I got that bad.
Central Indiana Rubber Products provides the power for you. Central Indiana Rubber Products, or CIR, keeps farm equipment and local manufacturing processes running with gaskets, belts, seals, and O-rings, among a variety of other products and services. Employee-owned and always customer-focused. Central Indiana Rubber Products, 989 West, 83 North, Crawfordsville, and at indianarubber.com. Central Indiana Rubber Products, or CIR, power for you.
Dave, he had it really bad. And then, let's where do we begin? Because how many Runaway Train movies begin in prisons?
Well, here we go. This baby is free on Tubi and Pluto, which is kind of clunky. You know, I watched it on both, and rewinding, you know, I like to rewind stuff.
I do too.
And kind of mull over stuff. And I finally gave up because Tubi and Pluto are not good platforms for rewinding and such. Now, if Tubi and Pluto would pay me, you know, $10,000, $20,000, $50,000 a month, their rewinding capabilities would get a lot better.
It would be fantastic, Dave. They would be some of the best in the business.
The best that I've ever seen in my life. 1985 movie John Voight, Manny, was nominated for a Best Actor Oscar.
After watching this, Dave, I have no qualm with that critical assessment. It's a pretty intense movie, and he is scary throughout, and he has an ending, right? This movie has like an arc, and it's you may not like the length, or you may not like it. Maybe it's not an easy movie to watch, right? If you don't like cold, that would be enough.
We talked about this in our texting, that we went from the dusty Southwest to the frozen tundra. Now, you know, John Voight nominated for a Best Actor award on the Academy Award deal.
Yes.
And I did not know Eric Roberts also nominated for Best Supporting Actor for his role as Buck.
Buck was...
Now let me just say this. Now, let me just say
Dave.
this. Now, here's the crazy thing as we tie this thing together to John Voight. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. John Voight was in the movie Midnight Cowboy.
Yes, indeed.
Okay. Eric Roberts' character in this movie is Buck.
Yes.
Okay.
And?
In Midnight Cowboy, John Voight's character was named Joe Buck.
Buck. Yes. And they called him Buck.
And Joe Buck, of course, still does games on Fox football.
No inspiration.
So, I mean, did they do that intentionally, or did it happen organically? Or was there something there that
I don't know.
They wanted to buck the system.
I do not know, Dave. I know this movie did not have a lot of characters, Dave, in the system bucking.
Now, Rebecca De Mornay.
Yes.
Now, was she in The Hand That Rocks the Cradle?
Ooh, I believe so. I think that was her big starring femme fatale role.
She played Sarah.
Mm-hmm.
Kyle T. Hefner was Frank Barton, and I believe he was at the Railroad Control Center. I could be wrong.
Oh, man, he was one of my favorite characters, Dave.
Okay. Was he at the Railroad Control Center?
Hang on. The name there, Kyle T. Hefner? Was that one?
Kyle T. Hefner, Frank
Barstow.
Barstow. Man, I can't read my own name. Who's Frank Barstow?
I thought Frank was his friend, the first old friend in prison.
Okay,
that
I'm sorry. I will withdraw my thing. Okay, John P. Ryan was Rankin. That's the heavy of John Voight, right?
Yeah, that was, I was trying to think. He was kind of trying to be, I don't know. It's, he had the squeeze me part down, in his attitude, Dave. He was not, first of all, I thought, how many prison movies have a benevolent warden figure.
Yeah.
They seem to be mostly evil, Dave.
Yes.
Mostly evil.
Evil prison warden.
But there's this weird, but he has weird respect also for the Manny character, even though he hates him and wants to destroy him.
Kenneth McMillan plays Eddie McDonald. I only say that because I wrote it down.
And Dave, that's enough. And I don't remember the role that Eddie played in the movie.
There were two guys, I don't know if you watched the credits,
Okay.
that got their start in the movie Runaway Train. One of them, and I'm not familiar with his career per se, Tommy Tiny Lister.
Yes, I did not look him up. But, we can do the real-time work, Dave. The one that I
think
did
we're
look
good.
up.
I think we're good. Danny Trejo.
Nobody wants to know about Tiny, but Danny Trejo, I will say, Dave, Danny Trejo he's like a well-known figure in Southern California. He has Trejo's Tacos, and I've actually seen him out and about. And my daughter, he's kind to folks in the valley. And okay, and this the Tiny guy, I'm looking him up. Has kind of an eye thing.
Danny has been in. Was he in? He wasn't in Napoleon Dynamite, was he? Or am I like mixing
no,
things?
but he was in Heat with Robert De Niro. He was in.
I know what he was in. He was in he's been in some. He was in a spoof song that I won't go into.
Yeah,
but yeah,
Con Air.
Kind of cool. Yeah,
he was in Con Air, Dave.
I got you. And he, I think he was on
Machete.
And
we may have to get to
I think
Machete.
he was on The Masked Singer.
Oh,
Danny
see,
Trejo,
there
I
we
think he
go.
was,
It's
yeah.
coming back around.
Yeah. This movie was filmed in Alaska and Montana, according to the 2 minutes of research that I did do. And we said thrisely nominated for Academy Awards in 1986. It was nominated for Best Film Editing. And you say it was too long. They should have edited more.
Well, what do you feel about that? No, let's give the kids an idea.
I'm good.
The running time.
If a movie can be an hour and 17 minutes long, I'm good with that.
Okay.
Because that means I've got another. In this case, it was 151. We had commercials, made it 207. I mean, I got another hour to watch Big East basketball.
Okay, and the running time on this was 110 minutes.
Yeah.
So not a full 2-hour movie.
Mm-hmm.
Budget was $9 million. It made 7.7.
Yes, and it's an action thriller. I like to say what the movie is. This is an action thriller. We had a romantic action thriller. We had a neo-Western and Extreme Prejudice. Mm-hmm. And, I'm never going to appreciate my left hand being fully functional more than after watching this movie.
There were some scenes where hands were hurt in
the
very
left
violent
hand,
ways.
John Voight's left hand was not in good shape. More than once. You
talk about action movie. The credits, the opening credits sequence, kind of reminded me of an old school like 60s action movie kind of thing.
Yeah.
Dave, one of the first things that caught me, though, was how much the prisoners have access to fire.
I wrote that down. Prison fires.
What's up, Dave?
Prison fires. I mean, I would think that if you're in an enclosed area, fire would be something you would want to avoid. But
that was one thing. There's a sequence where we're establishing that Eric Roberts' character is a boxer, right?
Yes.
And in that, Dave, there's a guy playing harmonica at ringside. Now, is that again? That felt like a prison movie thing to me.
Yeah,
not really a prison thing.
Well, this movie, I call it a buddy flick.
Yeah, yes,
a buddy flick.
It's a cold movie.
Perhaps a little Rain Man, perhaps a little Midnight Cowboy, if you will. Maybe a little Shawshank Redemption, even though I've never seen that movie.
Right. No, I thought I wanted to throw of Mice and Men in there too. But this is all a little bit of, they draw from a lot of different characters. But I mean, everything revolves around Manny, who is, I think there are times when the audience that they very particularly almost set him up where, okay, he's a hero to the folks that are in prison, and you know that he's evil, but then you think because, well, maybe he's not pure evil. And then they have these scenes that remind you, Dave, yes, no doubt, Manny's pure evil. But then the movie goes on. So it truly is an interesting movie. A little long for me, but
it had a little Midnight Express, and it also made me think about Rocky IV with all the snow.
Yeah. Oh, Dave, the snow, man. I had trouble with and the very big scene in the end where John Voight goes out the middle of the broken windows, and he knows he's going to do this, and he kind of gears up for it, and he is eventually successful. But Dave, there were some gloves around. Like if he would have asked around, he could have, Dave. He could have got some gloves, but no. So why not? Why not, Dave?
Now, are you still there?
I'm here.
Okay, good. I heard a little click there, but okay. As you know, we established that they're in prison. Okay.
Yes.
And we know that John Voight was in some sort of maximum security where he couldn't get out.
Stonehaven.
Right? For 3 years.
Right.
He couldn't even get out of his cell. So then they have a court ruling to where he's able to kind of walk around, right?
Yes.
Okay. So they're going to break out of prison.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if you're going to break out of prison, I understand. You got to do a few things. But what's the deal that they put on their body with the saran wrap? How did that help them? Now, help me out. I mean, did it keep their bodies warm or something? Is that what
There's
that
some
was?
And
what was it that they were rubbing on their
body?
bodies? Because, I mean, in a pinch, if I'm a little cold, maybe I could grab a little.
Yeah, no, it was like pig fat or some kind of thing that they were.
Where did they
rubbing
get
on
that?
their bodies.
Where did they get that?
I don't know that again.
Hey, don't forget the pig fat. I mean, I would be more
we got to have the pig
thinking
fat
about
and the saran
myself
wrap.
getting out of the thing. But so what about so they just got some pig fat?
Somehow
that
was
it for warmth?
that may have been cut
Wait a
out
minute.
the scene.
Was it for warmth?
Yes.
Okay. It was.
And I think a combination of warmth. You knew they were going to have to go through water, and to basically try to insulate them from the water if they could. I mean, there's no way they could.
And I assume they got the saran wrap from the kitchen because
apparently
you want to keep everything nice and fresh for the next day for the inmates.
They showed how Buck had relationships with the guards, which helped facilitate. I guess why Manny would see him as valuable, right?
Yes.
And he truly wasn't planning on taking him. He just wanted to use him, and the kid wanted to help him.
So we take the laundry where?
Yes.
Because they escaped using the laundry basket. So that is like the guard goes, oh yeah, you got the laundry. So they're able to go somewhere. Do they take it out to the road and somebody comes and does the laundry and then brings it back, or how does that work?
There's somehow, my assumption, because it was kind of loose there, was that because he did the laundry every day, they all trusted him, so he could kind of move throughout, and he did it in a time frame he knew that would allow them, I guess, enough time and enough cover to get him out.
Okay.
And then I think that the trick was, Dave, he was not going to go for it, right, initially, and then it was, he's on board, right?
Yeah, they got it through. So Eric Roberts, and let's just kind of move along here. Eric Roberts and John Voight are now outside of the prison. Yay!
Yes.
Eric has no shoes.
Yeah, he says this a lot too, Dave.
Yeah, he wants some shoes. I want some shoes. Well, let's see. Where are we going to get you some shoes in the middle of Alaska as we're walking about? Oh, wait a minute. There's a Payless right over there. We're going to get you some right now. There you go. Yeah. No Payless. So then they get on a train, and conveniently the guy working the train dies of a heart attack.
Yeah, at first I was like, did they kill him? What did I just miss?
No, he just died. The guy just
He
died.
just
How
died.
fortunate for them, or unfortunate as it were. So now, what did they have an original escape plan, or was it just to get on a train?
I think it was any train that they thought was going to be the one that would give them the best chance to get them as far away, I guess.
Not necessarily, they just get on a train and go somewhere and end up.
Right, because he was trying. When they spotted the train that Manny picked, he had a particular. He knew certain trains were short-term routes, I guess.
So the train, through a set of circumstances, ends up being very fast, and it's a runaway train. And so
Now, Dave,
Eric Roberts and John Voight are on the runaway train, thus the name of the movie, Runaway Train. They didn't say runaway fast train. That's kind of a given. It's not. Runaway slow train wouldn't have been that good of a movie.
Yeah. That wouldn't have been as good, Dave.
15 miles an hour. Okay, it's a runaway. No, 92 miles an hour makes for a very good movie.
Dave, this is where I'm just the furthest from an engineering student of any kind. But Dave, it seems like that this train on its own would have given out a little sooner or slowed down or something.
Or maybe they could have come up with some remedy at the control center.
And it seemed to me, too, that we have these urbanites in some center that seems very far away from wherever we are.
They seem to be rather feckless.
Yes. And Dave, what about the level of 0 to 100 when it comes to being incredulous and then very, mad at people?
Yeah.
Like people's tempers were a little more part of the landscape, I feel like.
Well, really, the people in the command center had nothing to do with this guy dying of a heart attack and allowing John Voight and Eric Roberts to board a train, and then somehow something was hit, and now we've got a fast runaway train.
Yes.
And they're trying to deal with it. I think they're smoking and
they're smoking. They discover Rebecca De Mornay.
Well, no, I'm going back to the command center.
Okay.
So the command center, they got cheap shirts, cheap ties. They're smoking. Get me some coffee. So now, but then we get to the train that's a fast runaway train, and along the way, it somehow whistles. They pull the whistle. It's got a whistle, and nobody knows what happened. So we figure out later that it's Rebecca De Mornay, and she is blowing the whistle.
And she is not an engineer, Dave,
No.
Just somebody who works on a train. So she knows a little bit about the train, but she's not. So it's kind of a funky dynamic. She fell asleep, and that's why she was on the train.
I can't tell you how many times I've been working on a train. I just fall asleep, and then all of a sudden it starts moving 92 miles an hour. The conductor dies of a heart attack, and there happens to be 2 convicts on the train. That's happened to me more than once.
I believe it, Dave.
I don't know. I don't even know if
years-
DraftKings would make that available.
No, Dave.
I don't think
those
so, no.
those Crawfordsville years, Dave. There were some adventures.
We have disaster we have a potential disaster on a bridge because they're going too fast.
Right. And what about the first guy that they tried to land from the helicopter?
Well, yeah, I'm moving. I'm getting to the helicopter guy.
You're getting there.
But okay, then there's they avert the disaster on the first bridge, and then of course there's another disaster in 5 minutes. Okay,
we're heavy with disasters
now.
Dave.
So we'll just go to the helicopter. We'll go to the helicopter. Okay, so there's a runaway train and it's going very fast, and they can't stop the train because on this type of train, you can't get to the engineer because there's some sort of separation with this particular train. You can't just walk up. You can't get a club sandwich in the commissary.
No.
I mean, it's just not. There's
Not
no.
one of
There's
those.
no flow. This is not the what's that one train movie, the Tom Hanks Christmas movie. This is not the Polar Express.
Polar Express.
This is not the Polar Express, even though it is rather cold, and it is a
Yes.
train.
These things are similar.
So anyway, but ultimately, they do try. They're going to try to stop it or something, or I don't know. They get to a point. They get diverted to a track where they are doomed.
Yes, basically, they know they've diverted them over to just basically crash.
Can I speak to the podcast co-host directly, Your Honor? Because I want to make a point. I want to make a point. No.
Nope.
Okay. So, Mr. Podcast co-host. Okay. There are escaped convicts on a train. Would that be a correct statement?
Yes, sir.
Okay. They diverted them to a track where a crash would be inevitable.
A crash would be inevitable. Their other option was going on some curve with chemicals, and they would potentially hit the factory and yada, yada. So they knew that they were dooming the people on board, but it was the lesser of the choices.
Okay. The prison guy is in a helicopter.
Correct.
Is that correct? With two other people, at least two other people in the helicopter.
We hope.
Is that correct? Okay. So, guy one, and you mentioned this, gets on a rope ladder and is lowered on a.
He's working, Dave.
Okay. He's lowered to the train.
Yes.
He makes it to the train, and
Yes.
he goes through a window, cuts himself, and then flips down to the track, and his head is cut off. Is that kind of what happened there?
I think in the exact order that it happened, you are correct, sir.
I would ask that the co-host answer the questions directly and not embellish on his answer.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So there's a dead guy, and the people on the
Yes.
train are all but dead.
At this point,
Was that
yes.
being a correct?
Yes.
Okay. Then why does Rankin feel compelled to get on the rope ladder and duke it out with Manny?
Well, okay.
Mono a Manny.
Right. I would say, first of all, Manny did the whole, you're not going to get, that's where the Rocky kind of thing comes in, right?
He taunted him. Okay. I mean, if you taunt me and I'm in a helicopter and you are on a doomed train,
Yes, sir.
I ain't getting on a rope ladder.
Dave, come on. Where's your sense of adventure, my
I
friend?
am not getting on the rope ladder. I'm just going to watch you crash from my helicopter.
Dave, you and I are very similar in this. If somebody, this level of adventure doesn't seem attractive.
I mean, are there actual times when people get on the rope ladder on a helicopter in a snowstorm and try to get on a moving train that has been reduced, we feel, from 92 to 80 miles an hour?
Right.
But that's not enough for me.
No, 80 miles an hour is
I
enough.
need it slower. I need it a little slower than 80 to get on the rope ladder out of the helicopter.
I'd say it can't be in the 20s, Dave. It's got to be a teen.
Yeah.
I would not do it out of the teens.
Or just stay in the prison and
Or just stay in the helicopter.
yeah,
Dave,
I was just gonna say, don't even leave the prison. I mean, they'll find them.
there was a certain level of insanity displayed, right, on both the part of the prisoner incarcerated and of the punisher and incarcerator. So, yes.
Well, Manny's hand, after taking a knife to the palm, left hand, ends up getting caught in a rather grisly metal connector railroad thing.
Yes.
And he goes like this, ah, as his knuckles are being torn off. Yes. So now he's got this red paw for a left hand now. Doesn't have much.
And it's cold, Dave. I don't know
And
about
it's
you,
cold.
but if it's cold and I just barely stub a knuckle against something outside, I could go to a knee.
We could explain everything that's going to happen in this movie, but we're going to if you want to watch it, see who makes it, then that's up to you. You can watch it for free on Tubi and Pluto.
And I will add to that, Dave, only if you have YouTube TV, another free option there.
Yes. Okay. Now, at the end of the movie, we get a little Shakespeare. Got to like a little William Shakespeare.
Yeah. What do they say, Dave?
No beast so fierce, but knows some touch of pity. But I know none, and therefore am no beast.
Now, there's one scene, right, when Rebecca De Mornay says, "What kind of animal are you? You're the worst kind of animal." And he says, "I'm a human."
Okay. We are going to do a little deep dive in the 1986 Academy Awards for the 1986 Academy Awards. Next up for us, the 1989 movie An Innocent Man. And who's in that one?
It's Billy Joel. No, Dave, that's just a song.
This is not Runaway Train Soul Asylum either. Yeah.
But Dave, what's our tie-in, my friend? Tom Selleck in prison.
Tom Selleck in prison, along with F. Murray Abraham, Dave. And that's, I think there's more to it than that, but we're going to start with that. I'm thinking Steve Men and a Baby. Has Steve Guttenberg been on Masked Singer?
He's due. Dave, I think he's due.
See, I think Ted Danson could be on Masked Singer. Once you start doing old people's cell phone commercials or like a Medicare commercial like Joe Namath,
you're perfect.
I think you move into that. But I don't think Tom Selleck is Masked Singer. I think he's a little higher.
No, Tom, there's a certain way Tom operates, and he's not yet. Ted's got a podcast, right? Can
you Google Steve Guttenberg Masked Singer and see if he was on there? I think he was, but I could be wrong. You're gonna Google that.
I am, Dave.
And I'm going to get people set for the 1986 Oscars. They were hosted by three people: Alan Alda, Jane Fonda, and Robin Williams. And we are going to go over the Best Actor nominees as Dave Meyer checks out to see if Steve Guttenberg was in The Masked Singer.
Now, Dave, I have a tweak to this. Okay, I do have a tweak. So now the first part is the pure answer to your question is no, Dave. No.
Okay.
Steve Guttenberg has not been revealed as a contestant on. However, Dave, if you're looking for the out of U.S. version, Australian TV host and former Idol contestant Osher Gunsberg has expressed a strong interest, and apparently they're waiting for a callback.
Wow. Well, that's good to know. Now, let's go back to the 1986 Oscars, hosted by Jane Fonda, Robin Williams, and Alan Alda.
Wow.
Kind of a mixed bag.
That's a tweener year, right? You couldn't get Johnny, you couldn't get Billy.
Here we go. The nominees for Best Actor. We know that Jon Voight was nominated and did not win. The other nominees: Harrison Ford in Witness.
Okay, good.
Jack Nicholson in Prizzi's Honor, which I'm not that familiar with that movie.
It's a very dry kind of gangster send-up.
There was a sentimental favorite, James Garner in Murphy's Romance.
And Dave, he was with Sally Field, and I believe, am I correct, and he did win?
No. Sentimental guy did not win. Billy Hurt. It hurt so good for him as he won Best Actor for Kiss of the Spider Woman.
Okay, that was hot.
Now, supporting actor. Eric Roberts was a nominee, but I'll give you, I'll see if I can direct you to the winner. This was where the sentimental favorite won for a movie about people who are older who got a taste of youth, I think, even though it's been a while since I've seen the movie.
I'm going to go Cocoon, Dave.
Yes.
And I can see his face, and I'm going to say it is Don Amici.
Correct.
I feel good about that answer, Dave.
Okay,
So
let's go to Best Actress. No connection to Runaway Train. The nominees: Anne Bancroft for Agnes of God. Anne, 1986, still getting it going.
Yep.
We've got Jessica Lange in Sweet Dreams. Now, did the lady in National Lampoon's Vacation, was she in that as a? I never can get them straight. Was she Jessica? Was she Patty? It's Patty Page, right? Or Patty?
Okay.
Tell me, who was it? Who was Sweet Dreams about? Please tell me.
I believe Walking After Midnight and
Patsy Cline.
Crazy.
I am so
Yes.
sorry, folks. I am so sorry, Patsy Cline. Now, but the lady that was in, who's the lady? Beverly D'Angelo.
D'Angelo.
She played Patsy Cline in Coal Miner's Daughter.
Yes.
Okay, I got you. And Coal Miner was Sissy Spacek.
Correct.
Loretta Lynn. Okay. Yes. So Jessica Lange, Sweet Dreams. Meryl Streep was nominated, did not win for Out of Africa.
Okay.
So the winner, rather nondescript, Geraldine Page, A Trip to Bountiful.
Wow. Okay, Dave. That doesn't get a lot of callback these days. That one.
Best Supporting Actress, 1986, Angelica Houston won it for Pritzi's Honor.
Okay.
Also nominated for a Best Supporting Act. Did I say Whoopi Goldberg was nominated for an actress?
You didn't.
Okay, I'm sorry. I've got to get that in. Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
So we had Anne Bancroft, Whoopi, Jessica Lange, and Meryl Streep nominated. Geraldine Page won it. I'm going to say that Streep, Lange, and Whoopi had careers that probably had better legs than, as they say, had a little bit more longevity. But I don't know.
Sir.
Maybe Geraldine Page, And Anne Bancroft, was she in The Graduate?
Yes.
Okay.
She was Mrs. Robinson.
Yeah, she was Mrs. Robinson. And Oprah was nominated for an Academy Award for The Color Purple.
I do recall this.
And she had a pretty good career after this, yeah, right?
Yeah,
made a little cash.
Yeah, she stuck to some other things that were more lucrative and more concentration, but I think she owns now the ability to make movies.
Now, the thing about Oprah that you learn, get a percentage.
Yeah.
Or own it.
Yeah.
Get a percentage. And the thing we learned from John Madden, get a percentage, because that guy took a lump sum thinking video games were going to go out of business or something. I mean, that guy could have lived in the Taj Mahal if he took a percentage. I mean, they're still making that video game.
They are, Dave. They are.
They're still making it. It's kind of similar to the guy that wrote The Godfather, right? Mario Puzo, or what was his name?
Mario Puzo.
Thank you.
Yes.
He took a lump sum.
Yeah. Poor Mario.
You know what? Just take a percentage. Take a lump sum and a percentage just to see if something's out there. Because 1% of $1 billion is worth something. Now, Best Picture nominees, we've got Witness, we've got The Color Purple, we've got Kiss of the Spider-Woman, we've got Pritzi's Honor, and I'm just going to tell you, none of those movies won.
Okay.
The movie that won was, I believe, Sidney Pollack. Is that a director? Do you know the movie? We mentioned it before. I
know Sidney Pollack. I will guess, but I don't know.
Go ahead. We mentioned
Africa?
the movie. Yes. Out of Africa. When you look at those movies.
Yes, Dave.
I mean, I would say of the movies that are on this page that people still know exist today, or people think about, I'm gonna go first, The Color Purple.
Yeah,
and then maybe Cocoon. I mean, with Wilford Brimley, it won't grow up.
And Color Purple's been remade a couple different ways and had a Broadway play.
Witness was kind of an off-brand Harrison Ford movie. It was entertaining. I liked it.
Yeah,
I think
no,
a lot of people watched it. I think a lot of
I
people
think
saw it.
an unheralded, really good movie where he's a different kind of character in a different world and present at the time.
But 1986, you think about all the other movies from the 80s. You know, it's not Back to the Future. It's not The Breakfast Club. It's not a Rocky movie. You know, none of these movies are just, I guess maybe that's the way the Oscars have always operated. They have never been a place for the blockbusters per se, other than maybe, I mean, I should say, is that accurate, or where am I?
Yeah, no, for the most part, the more artistic adventures.
Yeah.
I mean, what happens is a lot of times there's movies will change and what is art versus what is larger commerce can become more the same. But yeah, especially the movies lately, Dave, I'd say, I haven't seen, I mean, this year I'm trying to think of movies that I have seen that are nominated. And I've seen bits of one battle after another on the plane.
Are you ready? I've got the mobile microphone, and I'm going to go over the top 10 grossing movies. Actually, we got to go 85, 86. Okay. You want to know, since I've got it, the top 10 grossing movies of 1986, and you can probably count on one hand the Academy Awards that they've won. Number 10, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Number 9, Ruthless People. Number 8, The Golden Child. Number 7, Aliens. Number 6, Back to School. But that was Rodney Dangerfield. Wow.
Yeah.
Star Trek 4, The Voyage Home. The Karate Kid 2, Platoon. There's some Oscars there. Crocodile Dundee. And number 1 was Top Gun.
Top Gun, yes.
And we're going to...
But
we're going to go to 85. We're going to 85. Top grossing films. Here we go. 1985. Well, come on. Give it to me. Okay. Top grossing films. Box office number 1 films. And how that other was such a nice list of top 10 films. Here we go. Top IMDb top 20 grossing films of 1985. We're going to go over the top 10. Here we go. At number 10, Spies Like Us. How about that?
Well, that movie made money.
The Goonies, number 9.
Okay.
Number 8, Witness. So Witness was a top 10. Number 7, The Jewel of the Nile.
I remember that. Michael Douglas,
Number
Kathleen
6, Cocoon. Number 5 was Dave, Shut Your Mouth, Out of Africa. It was number 5. It was a box office success. Number 4, Dave, Wrong Again, The Color Purple. It was the number 4 grossing movie, highest grossing movie in 1985. So number 3, Rocky 4. And it's a good year for Sly Stallone. Number 2, Rambo, First Blood Part 2. Remember, he would have like movie after movie. And number 1 was a movie with a great song. It was the original of what would be, it was the first of what would be 3 movies. The star of the day was a lovable all-American boy. And the premise has been around forever, and it in one scene of this movie, or I should say, one scene of this movie has figured into countless commercials, and perhaps even a recent commercial in a Super Bowl. I can't remember, but they have gotten their money's worth out of that one scene in this movie, and it was the number 1 grossing film in 1985. Dave, what do you think it was?
I'm going to guess Back to the Future.
Correctamundo. Yes, correctamundo. Back to the Future. Going back
Indeed.
to time, and we're back to 40 years. Now we're back to 2026.
2026. Well, Dave, always a pleasure to talk about the time frame and the movies that were a part of that time frame for us, Dave.
Tarleton State is going to what conference in the next 5 years?
We think Central Southern Texas University. And they'll have a special designation.
Tarleton, baby. Who knows where the
It'll be like it'll be the Roadrunners Conference or something.
Oh, you're talking about Texas San Antonio.
Yeah, they'll have to come up because well, they can't make it the Roadrunners because they'll also be in that conference probably.
Next up, 1989's An Innocent Man. And as we always say, we are on Crawfordsville. This one page doesn't want to go. Crawfordsville
Podbeam.
Crawfordsvillepeachcast.podbean.com.
Crawfordsvillepeachcast.podbeam.com.
And if anybody's listening, how about this?
Okay.
You're an aspiring filmmaker.
Yes.
Make a movie about a runaway train that's really slow.
Okay.
Kind of a slow train.
And then we'll watch it.
Like, share, and subscribe. We are on iHeart, Apple, Spotify, Podbean, and YouTube. Until next time, America, I'm Dave Peach.
I'm Dave Meyer.
Thanks for listening to the Crawfordsville Peachcast.
Thank you for listening to the Crawfordsville Peachcast. If you enjoyed it, follow the podcast and ring the bell so that way you'll always be up to date with the newest episodes. We'll see you next time.